What is going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. Guys, is gonna be super informative, so make sure you grab a cup of coffee, some popcorn, a burrito, I'm not sure, whatever you guys want that will help you be more focused. And before we get this video started, guys, I just want to apologize deeply for the way this room looks. My little office space where I do a bunch of my stuff. I recently started a pallet business where I buy pallets and I sell the items on the pallets. If you guys want to check that out, I have some really cool items. Check it out right here. I'm going to put the thing right here. Go follow it on Instagram. See if you guys need anything. So before we get into today's video, guys, I would like to just talk about a product that I have been using recently, and it is called healthvape. This is the coolest thing I've seen since Hot Pockets. I don't know. So if you are a vapor, right? I guess that's what we would call it. Vapor? I don't know. Vapor is like a machine, I think. I'm not too sure. Not worth the time. Vapor. I'm pretty sure it's a machine of vapor. Back to the video. I used to vape for 5 to 6 years, guys. We all know it's terrible for you. You know nicotine's bad for you. You know all these chemicals that are in these vapes. They're horrible for you and they're low-key killing you inside. Well, not low-key. It's very high-key. You're basically dying inside. Luckily for you guys, I've been working with this company called healthvape. Healthvape is a company that uses all natural ingredients. They don't use nicotine. There's no THC. There's no harmful chemicals in these vapes. They are really cool. I've been using them for some time now. They have all different flavors. They have all different types of vapes, guys. Some of them are for relaxation, for chilling. They got some to restore. They have some energy ones. They have caffeine ones with vitamins, B12 ones, and they're all super cool. Their website is super in-depth, guys. If you want to check them out, please do it. It helped me stop vaping, and honestly, I just enjoy it because I know that I'm doing something good. Make sure you guys use my discount code at BusterT345 to get some money off on your health vape. I promise you guys will not regret this. So let's get into today's video, shall we? Today's video, guys, like I said before, is gonna be super informative. Thinking about getting an M340i? Perfect. This is the video that you're going to want to watch. I've had my M340i for about a year now. I got it in December of last year, which is around this time. So I basically got it around this time last year. So far, I absolutely love the car. It's a great car, but there are some pros and there definitely are some cons with the car as well. If you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, follow me on Instagram at BusterT345. So I wrapped it green and I did a couple other mods. I just didn't make the videos on because I really don't have that much time. But now, guys, I have time, so I'm very happy. But yes, unfortunately, I am getting rid of the car. Why? Because I want something else. I get bored of stuff like super fast, which is like, you know, whatever, but I found something else that I want. Let's talk about the M340i. Let's get into the first topic, pricing. With the way the market is today, the pricing is outrageous, honestly, in my opinion. I've heard recent prices on it that are ridiculous. But hear me out. Is it the best bang for your buck if you're looking for a sports car that, you know, you don't want to spend crazy money on? Absolutely. This was the story behind me getting an M340 before we get really deep into it. I had a CTS-V and I had it for about, 6 months. It was a great car. It was awesome, but I blew it up. So after I blew it up, I was like, you know what? I got to go get something else. I just didn't have the time to fix and build the car the way it needed to be built. I just didn't want to dump any money into it because it was from 2012 and I just didn't see a need to, so I got rid of it. Then I was looking for something and it turned out that I drove the M340 and I absolutely loved it. My biggest thing was I wanted to make sure I had an all-wheel drive car. And this was before the all-wheel drive M3s and M4s came out. I was like, they don't make an all-wheel drive M3 or M4, but they make the M340. So I was like, I'm gonna get this working thing. So I got it. Let's get a little more in depth with this, guys. A lot of questions I get asked. I'm gonna just basically break them down. The first question I get asked, and that is, how is the BMW in weather? Rain, snow. I live in New York, so it snows a lot here. The weather is literally bipolar. It snows, it rains, it's cold, it's hot. It's crazy over here. Let's talk a little bit about weather conditions with the car. With weather conditions, the tires that the car comes with, which I believe are Michelin Pilot Sports, are god-awful in weather. Now, I don't know if they're all seasons. I'm not too sure, but they are terrible. So last winter, there was a snowstorm, and I had to drive the car at the time in the snowstorm. I almost lost control, but that could be really any car in the snow, guys. I mean, I can't really base it off of that because if it's snowing really hard, at the end of the day, most cars are going to slide out, so I can't really go by that. Rain wise, it holds up like a beast. The all-wheel drive system is amazing. Personally, I think that it's a great all-wheel drive system, but for snow, the Michelin Pilot Sports I wouldn't say are the best in. If you're gonna drive your M340 in the snow, change your tires, do yourself the favor. So next topic that I always get asked about is, which I feel is super important for people like me, what is parts cost? So The M340 parts aren't that bad in price. To be honest, you could get full bolt-ons for, I believe, under like $2,000. I had a downpipe intake, a JB4, I think it was, and a muffler delete. I was under like $1,200 in parts, and the car ran great. Is it the fastest car out there? Absolutely not. But is it a fun, quick car? 100%. And with just the bolt-ons I had, it ran low 12s at the track in 90 degree weather, which is very impressive for a turboed car in my opinion. When it comes to building, I think that is a great bang for your buck. But the only problem is that the 2021 models, from what I know, the computers are locked still and you can't tune them through boot mod. But I think that they recently unlocked it. I just don't know the process of it. I do know that the JB4, you don't need to do any of that. You just plug and play and it works. I had JB4 and it was dope. You definitely feel a difference with it. So if you ain't looking to, tap into the computer system and all that nonsense, JB4 is definitely the one for you. All right, so we covered 2 topics, actually 3 topics. So we did cost, we did weather, we did parts. Now let's talk about comfortability. When it comes to comfortability in the M340, it is awesome. I personally believe that it is one of the smoothest cars that I've ever had when it comes to driving. The only thing is that if you do lowering springs, it does obviously mess with the drive a little bit. Also spacers as well. That's why I kind of recommend coilovers with this car. I just went the cheap route because I know I wasn't going to keep this car that long. So springs are great if you're, not looking to spend that much money. But does it change the way the car drives? Absolutely, it does. What I mean by change it, when you go over bumps or, in New York, this is king pothole world. We have more potholes than anything. You will feel it and it will hurt your butthole. Anyways, enough about the butthole situation. But if you do not lower it, it does drive really well. It is super smooth and it is super comfortable driven wise. Now let's talk about the seats and the interior a little bit. So my personal opinion on the seats on the inside, I personally am not that much of a fan of the seats. They aren't as comfortable as they may seem. I don't find them that comfortable. I definitely find that the M3s and the other, like the real M performance cars, they are way more comfortable than this car. I just didn't find it as comfortable. It's very stiff, and the way it's like positioned, I'm not a fan of it at all. But they are pretty cool for what they are, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's really about it. Let's talk about something that a lot of people that, talk about BMWs, even before I had a BMW, people always talk about, and that is technical issues, technology in the car. To be very honest with you guys, I've had 2 Dodges, and 1 Cadillac, right? Out of all of them, the BMW has the best technology. I've had no issues with the computer. I've had no issues with play thing. I've had no problems at all. The car, from the day I got it, it was great. I've never had any issues with it, no problems. The only issue that I had with it, honestly, is the fact that the phone and the Bluetooth, when it connects to CarPlay, it doesn't really pair instantly. It takes a little bit of time for it to pair, but once it pairs, you're good from there. When it comes to heating and cooling, the car gets super cold and it also gets super hot. The AC and the heating is fantastic. I believe my Charger, my heating always was finicky, but on this car, it's honestly great. Another topic that a lot of people may be wondering is, room, space, like how much room is it? How roomy is the car? Best way to put it, guys, the trunk is a decent size. Back seats, it is a 3 Series. They're not that big of cars, but the trunk itself is a decent sized trunk. You could fit a bunch of stuff in there. So I think that it is very roomy for what it is, the car. A car that's kind of small, so you're not going to really be able to fit a ladder in the car. So let's talk a little bit about performance, I guess. I mean, we spoke about parts, so let's talk about how the car feels in general. It has a couple modes. It has Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, Eco Pro, and Comfort. And I don't think there's any more, but so basically that's what it has. We'll bring performance and launch control kind of in the same category because they kind of do combine. Does the launch control work? Absolutely. That launch control is amazing. It's dope. I love it. I think that the launch control is the best thing about that car, to be honest with you. And it's super easy to access as well. When it comes to power from factory, the car is very torquey. It is very fun. It is not the fastest car out there. From top end, it does feel very sluggish considering it is governed, but from low end, it is a definite beast. I call them dig monsters. That car takes off at a dead stop, and that's why I bought it, because I wanted something like that. And honestly, I think that it's a very good low end car. For high-end speed, for just stock, it's not really that quick of a car, but you could open up those cars real fast. Those B58 motors are insane. I know that for sure. I know guys that are doing crazy stuff with B58s. So the motor in the car itself has a bunch of potential for serious power. It just depends on how far you're willing to go. Also, to get a little bit more into parts, another thing that I spoke about, performance parts, but let's talk about a little bit about cosmetic parts. There are so many websites, so many people that make parts for this car. It's unreal. Splitters, spoilers, you name it, they make them. Carbon fiber pieces, they are everywhere. All over eBay, Amazon, people have their own companies. They are legitimately everywhere. So, you know, if you're worried about finding parts exterior wise, they are everywhere for this car. G20s have, I think, the most parts out of any car exterior wise. Other than that, the car is great. I think it's an awesome car all around, and it is definitely the best bang for your buck. Oh, by the way, guys, if you are looking to get some parts, I'm going to leave some links in the description. You guys can check out. I have some discount codes in certain places. RSF, I have a discount. Burger Tuning, I have a discount link. East Detailing, I definitely have a discount link. Check that out. They make those dope steering wheel covers. I did that video on. Those are awesome. I'm not sure which else, but I'm going to put them in the description. They'll give you some discount codes if you guys are looking to buy parts for this specific vehicle. Big thing with me in cars is sound systems. The sound system in this car is fantastic. I believe I have the Harman Kardon thing. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It is amazing. The sound system in this car is sick. It's clear as day. When you turn it all the way up, it is loud and it is clear. So that's a big thing, and it's very bassy for what it is. I think that it's great. I definitely am a big fan of BMW sound system and BMW technology after owning this car, and that's 100% for sure. There's no doubt about that I am a huge fan. Best way to put it, guys, pros about the car: all around great car, great drive, a lot of parts available for it at a low price. Like I said, check out that link. I'm going to give some discount codes. If you guys are looking to get specific parts that I may have named in the video, they're definitely down there. And just all around, guys, it is definitely the best bang for your buck when it comes to a quick BMW. To sum up this video the best way possible, M340, great car, hands down. So I said pros, I didn't really say cons, because the problem is that I can't really think of any cons with this car. It is an all-around great vehicle. I think I said all-around great vehicle about 50 times in this video. Don't quote me on that, though. If you are thinking about getting an M340, get yourself an M340. If you guys have any questions about M340s or, you know, my ownership with it within the year that I may have not covered in this video, please feel free to add me on Instagram and DM me. I really don't check my YouTube comments or my YouTube in general. I just post and hope for the best, honestly. But I'm always active on my Instagram, guys, so make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at BusterT345. You have any questions, I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys do have any questions, like I said, please feel free to reach out to me. I will happily answer you. I will catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Follow me on Instagram at BusterT345, and I will see you guys on the next video. Stay tuned because we got something new coming, baby. This is going to be a fun journey. Let's do it.